Zambia, a jewel in the center of Africa. Offering a wide diversity of fauna and flora. Zambia's national parks are waiting to welcome you. The Luangwa River is the lifeblood of the South Luangwa National Park. In the dry season, inland pools and lagoons dry up, and the river remains the only permanent source of drinking water in the valley. A wide variety of grazers are forced to share the riverbank, in an uneasy truce with the resident predators. For tourists, these extreme conditions offer one of the greatest concentrations of game in all of Africa. In addition to antelope, the park is well known for its huge herds of elephant and buffalo. South Luangwa National Park can also boast of the highest number of hippos per square kilometre in Africa. As the river recedes, these giants jostle for space in the deep water. And when disaster strikes, reptilian scavengers are more than ready to capitalize on the feeding opportunities. But crocodiles are not fussy eaters, and will happily join the numerous waterbirds in cross-species fishing parties. Pelicans, storks and herons exploit the shallow water for an easy meal. If the action dries up at the pools, there will be plenty happening at the riverbank, where the vividly coloured carmine bee-eaters make their homes. In Luangwa, you are not confined to the range of the game vehicles. Walking safaris were pioneered in the park and offer an up-close and personal wilderness experience. When the rains arrive, the Luangwa Valley is transformed. Although largely inaccessible to visitors, it's a boon time for the animals that can leave the crowded river for private inland sanctuaries. But when the seasons turn, they will once again be drawn back to the Luangwa River. Fittingly dubbed one of the greatest wildlife sanctuaries in the world. Dawn heralds another day in the Kafue National Park. As the second largest national park in the world, Kafue covers an area over 22,000 square kilometres and offers a staggering diversity of wildlife. It is fed by 3 rivers, the Lunga, the Kafue and Lufupa, which floods in summer, creating a large floodplain that attracts thousands of waterbirds. Huge herds of red lechwe also thrive in the water. Kafue is well known for its full menu of antelope, including the rare roan antelope, Liechtenstein's hartebeest, and the sable. Migrating herds of buffalo and blue wildebeest complete the animals on the plain. This wealth of game supports many predators, and large lion prides are regularly spotted. But the wide open plains are also home to cheetah, free to run down their prey in any direction. The roads in Kafue are best tackled in robust 4x4s. Though self-drive safaris are permitted, local operators with in-depth knowledge can often enhance the wildlife experience. A visit to Zambia would be incomplete without a trip to Kafue, the country's oldest and largest national park. The local Kololo people named it Mosi Oyunya, the smoke that thunders. But we call it the Victoria Falls, the greatest known curtain of falling water. In the wet season, over 500 million cubic litres of water a minute crash over the basalt cliffs, and columns of spray can be seen from miles away. Livingstone called the falls the most wonderful sight he had witnessed in Africa, and it's a fitting tribute that they have been named one of the 7 wonders of the natural world. Adventurers from around the globe are still drawn to test their mettle on the Zambezi's waters. Or in her dramatic gorge. And if you're not an adrenaline seeker, meditate on the sheer magnificence of this natural wonder. The Luangwa Plain National Park in the far west of the country attracts visitors because it is so remote. A vast, pristine wilderness ready to welcome the ardent bush lover. After the rains, massive herds of blue wildebeest arrive from Angola, often mingling with zebra and other antelope around the waterholes and pans. And following these grazers are the predators. Numerous clans of brown hyenas, the top predator here. And Luangwa's legendary lioness. It's a bird lover's paradise, and large flocks of migrating birds stop here to rest and feed on their journey south. Luangwa Plain relies on the regular pattern of wet season following dry, and tempers flare just before the onset of the rains. Storms are dramatic spectacles, and the animals in Luangwa must know how to survive the seasonal extremes of drought and flood. The Lozi people who live on the plain honour the annual flooding of the river with a festival known as the Kumboka. While celebrations take place on the riverbank, the king moves his official residence to higher ground, away from the flood. The Lozi people are unique in Africa, legally free to live in the park, fish for food, and graze their cattle among the wildlife. This is not a park to tackle without a guide, but it will offer the brave few a rare glimpse of Africa untouched.